We are here in Cyclone country. Beautiful day, 80 degrees. Humidity just 62%, and we welcome our audience from Fox after the Ohio State win over Texas in the biggest game of the day. But we've got a great one here, don't we, Josh Sims? Talk to me about it.
Well, you know what, Timmy B? Last week, Iowa State got a huge win over K-State over in Dublin. But now the biggest challenge may lie ahead for this team. Head coach Matt Campbell said no team has had success coming off that Ireland game. So what they did, take steps to try and break that trend. They watched film on Saturday morning, then they flushed it before even getting back to the States.
South Dakota won the toss and deferred. Iowa State receives. And it'll be a touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and I'm just telling you, they got to get these wide receivers going. If it was me, I would try to take a shot down the field and set the tone right away that we believe in our wide receivers, because last week was a wash in that rainy condition.
And Becht leads Carson Hansen and company out, and the opening play is right down the middle. Going for the home run. It's Ascullen. Brett Ascullen is down inside the 10. DeJohn Lewis, number 2, with a saving tackle. 61 yards on the opening play.
Brett Ascullen right in the middle of the bunch set. He goes down the field, a deep post. You get big play action to start the game. And like I said, take a shot and set the tone.
Ascullen with a huge catch. And as good as he is, think about it, all right? He's one of those guys who had career highs in his first game. Why? Because he didn't play much a year ago. Here's that previous pass.
A really nice job by Rocco Becht. He sees it. They've designed it. It's open. You got to make the play, and that's what you get from a veteran quarterback like Rocco Becht. Their feet wet before they move forward in this season.
To tell you something about the confidence Campbell and his offensive coordinator, Peter Mouser, have in Becht as Hansen burrows ahead, maybe a yard inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
In the passing game, extend plays and make plays with his arm as well.
Hansen, the lone setback, trips to the bottom of your screen, looking to the corner, and it's the tight end Brahmer. Touchdown.
A really nice job. He's just going to go on a corner route from his inline tight end position, and that play is wide open in the back corner. He's got a big, tall frame, but that ball didn't have to be thrown high because he's open. A nice job of Rocco Becht just putting it on his chest, and it's a touchdown for Iowa State.
Konrardy with the extra point. Kyle, the redshirt sophomore, boots it through. Had the lead against a quality FCS team.
They wanted to set the tone and let everybody know we believe in our wide receivers.
And the fair catch is made. Tim Brando along with Devin Gardner. We've called a few ball games the last 8 days. Charles Pierre is the big-time running back in this offense for South Dakota. Leave. And they're really happy that he chose not to. Head coach Travis Johansson, in his first year as head coach, the former defensive coordinator. And we've got a false start on first down.
False start. Offense, number 59. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Do enough of that.
That's Bowes in motion, and the lefty looks for an out pattern in the direction of Tyson Bowes. Out of the shotgun. Bauman. Crossing pattern, a beauty to Pierre out of the backfield. And this is why this team could be hard to stop today. A team that historically has used the ground game. Now a little eye candy with a reverse look, but it's Pierre right up the middle. Pierre in motion. Now becomes the third wide receiver. And they look for the tight end, Dallas Holmes, and he has it right at the line to make. Play fake. Bowden gets it out to Holmes again, and he is stopped. And with second effort, does manage to get it to the 30-yard line. And once again, they have Pierre in that backfield, and the motion back to Mel Bryant gets it coming back the other way. That was a nice move. That was a good look. Out of the gun again. Quick pitch to the wide side. Pierre. Well, that's a shoestring tackle and a good one because it would have gone for a large gain had not Marcus Neal made that move. Running back number 24. And he'll tote it. And he spins off the initial contact by Jace Gilbert, number 55. 13 personnel. Bryant is in motion again, and he's got it again. And it's a first down as he's thrown out of bounds just shy of the 5-yard line. This remains the setback. Ball is on the ground. Zach Whitty was in that backfield and was making a move. It looks like Wyatt Lawson, the transfer from FIU that has become the veteran leader of this offensive line.
Playing the football.
Happiest man in the building is Lawson, the center. Out of the shotgun. Bauman's pass is caught. And that's Lorenzo Finner. Touchdown. Boy, at the point of attack, it looked like he had been stoned right at the white line.
Really nice job here, right? Because like you talked about, he catches the ball outside the end zone, but now it has to be forced.
Devin, that was a 12-play, 75-yard drive. Not this game at 7. Aiden Flores back deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. They open this series empty with 5 wides. And it's Xavier Townsend, number 4. And he gets it out to the 43-yard line for the first down. Well, in a matchup they had here against Iowa State. Yeah. And Matt Campbell, I think, said, I believe I want that guy.
I like him.
That was a miracle comeback by Rocco Becht to keep his team undefeated at the time. Carson Hansen.
Tates, and I'll use you the way you need to be used.
On second down, Becht's throw is beautiful. Only his guy could catch it. And it's reeled in at the 37-yard line by Tyler Moore, number 82.
Execution by Rocco Becht.
One more time, quick curl, and that's Eli Green. You know, he missed the spring with a shoulder problem.
Wasn't what they thought it would be this season.
Quick pitch to Hansen. And I think they may have stopped him about a half-yard shy of the first down. Wade Abrams, number 49.
Naked bootleg is not out of the question.
Rocco keeps it. Thought initially he had the line to make. The forward progress should spot him in a position for the first down. Carson Hansen remains in the backfield. And in motion is Brahmer, the tight end, who's already got a touchdown. Look out. RPO action to Brahmer, who stumbled about the time the ball was arriving. Probably could have gone for at least another 5 or 6 yards had not that been the case. So a gain of 4 this time.
Yeah, that's the old naked bootleg that I talked about. You don't block the defender on the outside, and you got to find a way to navigate that throw. But because of the defender, you got to throw that ball a little bit low. And Brahmer, 6'7", 255. I'm just telling you, those balls are a lot harder to catch.
Sama back in the backfield now, replacing Hansen. Look out. He gets to the second level. Takes it to the 16-yard line. We went downstairs before the game. R.J. Stewart made the stop. And my partner made absolutely certain that Abu Sama got to meet me before the game. I think you let him know while lifting weights yesterday, right?
Oh, yeah. He loves him some Timmy B, and Timmy B loves him some Abu Sama.
Yeah.
And I'm really loved how he's developed through the years as well. Oh, yeah, he wouldn't let, I said, Tim, you got to let him get back to his deal, right? He has things to get ready for today.
Yeah. And now look, Sama is out of the gun. And a little wildcat. And how do you do, Abu?
You can see Abu Sama, they sneak him into the quarterback position, and now you get an extra blocker. Hansen runs through, doesn't have anybody to block, and Abu Sama finds his way into the end zone. How about that, Tim?
That's a little how do you do from Abu.
Oh, yeah.
He made Spencer Tillman and yours truly look so good at Farmageddon at the end of 2023.
He just made our producer look really good.
He went, we were told, here's this freshman. He wasn't even on the depth chart before the game. And they said, you might want to take a look at this kid. He goes like 75 in the snow in Manhattan, Kansas.
Rocco Becht and Iowa State take on Iowa. This big noon Saturday on Fox.
Olivet's cue from Abu Sama. And now Tennell Bryant awaits this kick that is boomed through the end zone for the touchback. And it's South Dakota's turn yet again. Both offenses have been scintillating here at the outset. Beautiful Ames, Iowa. The 8th time that Iowa State and South Dakota have played in Ames. And that Coyote TD last drive was the only time they've ever scored.
Touches in on that last drive. 12 plays. He got 4 touches, 3 runs, and 1 catch. That's 1/3 of their production already.
And there he goes again. Almost a first down on that carry. Gets out for at least 8 yards. So much from that semifinalist team from the FCS a year ago. Bauman with plenty of time. Markers down. Pass goes incomplete. Intended for Jack Martens. State secondary.
Holding. Defense number 4. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Bauman. L.J. Phillips Jr. and Pierre. And it's Pierre. Wrapped up this time behind the line of scrimmage by Cooper Ebel. One of the things that John Haycock, defensive coordinator, really prides himself on is getting tackles for losses, putting the opposition behind the chains. Quick first quarter, was it not? Both offenses very effective. Couple of neighbors, one a power in the FCS, another a power in the Big 12.
Are playing extremely well.
And the lefty slings it out here towards the boundary to Finner. And Lorenzo Finner unable to bring that one in. He had the touchdown reception on the opening drive. 3rd down and 11. Pierre in the backfield. Stays in to block. Bauman again. Corner route. And that one is caught inside the 25 at the 23 by Martens. The sure-handed one out of Cumberland, Wisconsin. That battle. 35 yards on the play. Again, outstanding penetration, this time from Jamison Patton, the free safety, reading run all the way.
Amazing play.
2nd and 10. Bauman. Boy, look at that dart. It's tipped, though, and it's picked off by Jamison Patton. And he is out beyond the 20. And rule him out at the 26-yard line. A hard luck interception on what is a difficult throw. Rolling to your right for a left-hander. Not an easy pass to make.
Tips and overthrows. Tim, say it with me. Tips and overthrows. Tips and overthrows. When the ball is tipped in the middle of defense, that's when all those interceptions come. Iowa State turns it over. They're on offense when we come back.
14-7 our score. Iowa State with the first turnover of the game. Comes at a fortuitous time for them because South Dakota was rolling right along and Bowden was having quite a day. Well, Rocco's now 6 for 6 on his first 2 drives. And Carson Hansen forges ahead past the 26 to the 29-yard line. With Hansen in the backfield, a couple of tight ends too, 12 personnel. And look at that, sneaking out, Gabe Burkle. Add him to the list. Brahmer, Burkle, Moore have already caught passes. Alexander and Roskup yet to come, I assume.
Nothing special. He's just up the seam, right past all the defenders. But because of the run fake, you start to get nosy, and your responsibility is to cover the tight end. That's what happens. Wide open down the field, and I just talked about it. That ability to process, see what's happening downfield, make the play. Outstanding job by Rocco Becht and Burkle in concert. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me retract that. Not 6 for 6, 7 for 7 now.
Yes. Burkle goes for 44 yards on that play. Rocco. Look at that presence in the pocket. Now he takes it out of there and just gets a little bit. I'll say maybe 3 yards. Becht underneath again to the tight end Burkle. That last catch was the longest reception he's made in his career.
He can really trust these guys knowing where they're going to be instead of third and short opportunities like this. And remember, his legs are alive.
5 wideouts, empty backfield. And this time a rollout. And he gets it ahead to another tight end. 9 for 9 now. And it's Tyler Moore again.
It's like he's in trouble. No, he's not, Tim. He's just buying a little extra time. He's starting to make sure the defender breaks down, and then he fires a shot for 14 down the field into the arms of his awaiting tight end.
Well, if you're playing the tight end position and you want to play some football and be a go-to guy, Iowa State is your place, man. 180 passing yards already for Rocco. Sama stopped this time, maybe a little behind the line of scrimmage. Home of our Big Noon crew next week. Becht in the corner. It's caught. It's Brahmer. It's touchdown. For 10. And Devin Rocco is just doing it again.
They put a tall defensive back out there, 6'4", but guess what? 6'7" is just a lot bigger. He goes over the top and doesn't even have to jump for a touchdown.
Freshman All-American. He had 28 catches this year. The season was cut short for him last year after only 8 games when he had really performed well and was one of the injured Cyclones. But man, oh man, is he playing big right now. 2 touchdown catches already. He's got 5 in his career. It all began with the pick. An overthrow and a tip. An overthrow and a tip.
An overthrow and a tip, or a tip and overthrow.
Bryant is back deep again. And another touchback. Well, next Saturday, I mentioned it a moment ago, the Cyhawk Series takes center stage. It all starts at 10 a.m. Eastern on the best pregame show in college football, live from the campus here at Iowa State. End of a lot of very close football games throughout this series. Always competitive, though. Charles Pierre out of the backfield, and once again, that secondary smells a screen anytime they see it. The sophomore, Drew Surgis, coming up to make the tackle.
Does such a nice job of assessing what's happening and then shooting the gap, making sure he gets through there before he can get blocked by any offensive South Dakota Coyote.
Well, the Iowa State drives I mentioned before, 4 plays 75, 9 plays 75, and 7 plays 76. So now you got to answer again, and you're behind the chains on this drive if you're Aiden Bauman. Pierre trying to get some of it back on the ground, but nothing doing. Well, he holds the key to the entire organization, according to his coach, Travis Johansson. Here he is stepping up in the pocket. Tough angle as he was moving forward to release that one. The South Dakota defense is going to have to find a way to get off the field. It's now a 2-touchdown game. And Iowa State was going for the jugular there with the punt block on. Managed to get rid of it. 47 yards the boot, a really good one. Ico. As we come back to this beautiful afternoon in Cyclone country, boy, has the productivity on first down been there for Rocco Becht and company.
Yeah, absolutely, and a productive first down is 4 or more yards. They're at 56%. That means that 56% of the time they're having productive plays on first down, and then on third down they're 3 for 3, 100%. And you know, Rocco Becht is 10 for 10, and I think he just changed that to 11.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's been rolling nothing but 11s and 7s so far today. Xavier Townsend catches that one. Matt Walsh, number 13, with a stop. Was that a beautiful grassy knoll that our director Dustin Dente got a picture of coming out of the break? I mean, it is just a magnificent late August day. And the fans are loving it. That's some real Midwestern grass right there. Second down and 4. Hansen runs into a stone wall the game, but moves flanked out. So they're empty with 5 wides. Becht's going to run for it. And I think he got it. Knew the line to make and got there in the arms of R.J. Stewart. So move the chains, and they're going to go quickly here.
Character development, Tim. The ability to get into that formation and have your quarterback just run outside zone to pick up a 5-yard first down.
And this pass is taken inside the 50 to the 48 by Brahmer. Really good quarterbacks here. Some kid named Purdy, I think you may have heard of. The pitch out to Hansen, and he cuts it back up to about the 46-yard line, stopped by Carter Hooper. Carson Hansen in the backfield on 3rd down. Oh, that one is taken out of the air yet again by a tight end. This one, Burkle. I thought that one had a chance to be picked. It really did. He just stayed with it. You talk about a hard-fought catch. That's exactly what that was.
They don't talk about the arm strength of Rocco Becht enough. You got to have strength to get that ball in there with minimal space.
Eskelson on the receiving end this time. Well, they stayed home that time. It's not your typical FCS opponent. It's a really good one. Pass is incomplete.
Miscommunication between quarterback and tight end.
Well, you see that got a little teacup formation there with the 3 wide receiver set to the wide side of the field. Becht tucks it, takes it to the 10.
I don't see any movement on the sideline, Tim. I think they're thinking of going for this.
Yeah.
It's a nice job, Rocco Becht. Don't force it in. You're in the red zone. There's touchdowns and there's checkdowns. Well, when you can run, your legs become the check down. He checks it down to himself essentially and sets up a 4th and 5.
This is when you know how confident you are in your offense and in your quarterback. 3 tight ends in the game. Looks like they're maybe going to try to draw them. And if they don't come, then they'll opt for the field goal. Yeah, and a timeout taken by Matt Campbell. This field goal from 28 yards. Out of the hold of Tyler Perkins. 22 of 30 a year ago. You know, as you watched the earlier game today between Ohio State and Texas, and the score, rather than being 14-10 or 14-14, became 21-7, and now they've added a field goal to go with it. You got it, Mike. Is it really week 1? Feels like week 3 or 4 for us, doesn't it? Here goes Pierre. And that's another great first down play out to the 36. They pick up 11 yards.
Production as far as getting 4 or more yards. Only 22% of the time were they doing that, and they get 10 on that play. So that's a nice productive first down play.
But boy, oh boy, the job he's done and the consistency he brings to this South Dakota team means they're going to be a contender again for the FCS championship. Guys that he's got working with him on his defensive side, a longtime friend that he grew up with. That was a pass that he just absolutely had to unload. These guys that are coaching at this level, many of them have
First charge time out of the half. South Dakota.
South Dakota's been very successful in moving the ball up and down the field. They've just had a few mistakes. An interception really hurt him. Tyson Bowes comes away with that reception. Here remains the setback out of the shotgun. Bowden. Crossing pattern. Holmes. And he's down to the 46-yard line. Second down and 7. Another one inside. That's a good look-in pattern to Pierre. They get the first down, so the clock stops.
Get up to the line and get this ball high quickly.
Look at the pocket presence of Bowden. I mean, I love this young guy. He's rolling left this time and did not make the same mistake of throwing it back over his shoulder. I'm not ambidextrous. I'm just messed up. Second and 10. Bowden loops it out to Phillips. L.J. Phillips out of Wichita, Kansas. That would be from 51.
Top of your screen, you got one-on-one coverage.
Well, they get it to about the 31 on 4th and 4. Would have been a long field goal try. Bauman incomplete again. Quick curl and catch by Benjamin Brahmer.
That's a first down, so you're going to get a quick stoppage.
That the pedal is going to stay down on the metal. One more time out to the 49. Yep. Brahmer again. Rocco Becht, who once asked our Josh Sims at the conclusion of a game that we had, are you guys going to be in West Virginia next week? He wanted to make sure we were there. They are undefeated when our team comes to broadcast here in Iowa State.
It's a really nice job by Hansen of finding a way to make a guy miss and get out of bounds. You got 5 seconds left here now. So if you're Iowa State, if you're Rocco Becht, you got to get a ball to the sideline so that they can step out right away. You have enough time to get one last play to get closer for a long field goal opportunity.
Well, we heard from Sarge a moment ago. Chris Peterson and Bruce Feldman are back in the Los Angeles studios as our Big Noon crew is finishing up the postmortem in Columbus, Ohio. Konrardy has had his moment. He had a very big field goal in that Cyhawk rivalry a year ago. Look at this. Remember this one?
Wow.
Oh, boy. We talked about those narrow losses to Iowa. This was one of those.
Narrow win.
Yeah. And, oh, by the way, they were probably thinking the Cyhawk gods had to be with us at long last.
You can hear the conversation right there. How much do you need? How much do you need?
Yeah.
We can get a few yards. They have one timeout left. So you actually don't have to go to the sideline. You can use the middle of the field, but it has to be catch tackle, right? You got to catch, and then you got to go down, down, down right away so you can get a quick timeout if the ball is caught in the field of play.
That was a career-long 54-yarder.
Tim, they're good now.
Yes, they are.
They're going to go now. They're not even going to risk it. They're going to go right now and give them an opportunity to boom this kick.
Well, let's see. They're setting it up at their own 47.
So the conversation was, can you kick it from here?
Can you go 63?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
I know you don't have the Tom Dempsey shoe, but can you match Tom Dempsey's 63 for the Saints against the Lions in 1970 out of the hold of Joe Scarpetti?
Here we go, Tim.
He is a sidewinder, and they're going to take a timeout. It looks like they're going to try to ice him here.
A little ice never hurt anybody.
You probably.
I love going to the kicker and getting a conversation with him and saying, hey, can you hit this?
The Iowa State all-time record for length is 58. So he would eclipse that by 5 full yards. Out of Dubuque, Iowa, from 63.
Oh, my goodness.
Look out!
Oh, my
Look out! History has been made.
Incredible.
Just broke the record in the stadium, which was by Air Force. That was 62 yards. Dave Lawson hit that in 1975. So it's the longest in Iowa State history. It's the longest in Jack Trice Stadium history.
And it had a little bit more to go, Tim.
Did it ever? How about that, gentlemen? Back in our Los Angeles studios, the State Farm halftime show. The Sarge, Chris Peterson, and Bruce Feldman. Fellas, how do you do?
Well, Coach, how we doing?
We're doing great, but not as good as Iowa State.
Not as good as that kicker. Not as good as Rocco Becht, who's nearly perfect.
Rocco's just been that good.
I couldn't have said it better myself. He has been that good. He's been the veteran quarterback we expected to see. And we tried to tell you, last week was a wash. The wide receivers, the tight ends, they are all in sync with their quarterback, and he has been special today. Take a look at some of his day so far. It started with the very first play, and then look at this. How about the offensive line creating a perfect pocket? He has had 0 pressures. Count them, Tim. 0 pressures today. He finds the void in the defense every single time. He's been special all day today.
I thought the real key coming in, we talked to Matt Campbell about it on the field before the game. Listen, when you've got a game in your hip pocket that's as important as that one was in Dublin, and it was played in difficult circumstances, and you got out of there with a win, that gives you some optimism, and it gives you much-needed reps coming into your home opener that, quite frankly, you could see was a problem for both Texas and Ohio State today offensively at the outset of Game 1 on Fox.
I couldn't agree more. And we talked earlier.
You see Bryant bringing it up to now Bryant.
And we talked earlier. Well, Josh told us it's like we're in a competition, and me and you are losing.
We are. There's Charles Pierre on first down. Nothing doing. To the wrong side for a left-hander inside the red zone. That interception probably is the difference in this game being a 2-score and a 3-score game right now. That's a beautiful pass, just rifled right past the defenders, and Zach Whitty, redshirt senior out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, with that catch. Upper Iowa D2 got the job done as a player and as a coach in Fayette, Iowa. Gets it out to Pierre this time.
He surpassed that past that.
He couldn't get over how good Rocco Becht was doing in this game so far. Great hearing from David. His handoff goes to Pierre. Nothing doing again. Good penetration.
Get this football out. You can see him making some changes.
Bauman looping it again. He loves that fade towards the corner. And it is incomplete. Martins was the intended receiver. Really well defended.
Yeah.
Step for step with him, the redshirt freshman.
You know, us quarterbacks, we say there's no defense for a perfect throw. Well, apparently there is, because that's about as perfect a throw as you'll see in all of college football.
High spiraling punt. Oh, he fielded that at the 1-yard line. That was a 59-yard boot, but maybe this is the reason why he fielded it. Look at this. Look at this. Flora. 99 yards for Aiden Flora.
That is the perfect example of yes! Every rule in the book, Tim said, do not field a punt at the 1-yard line. But guess what? If you're going to do that, you can field it all you want. He takes it on the right side of the field, and he gets it going on that 200-meter dash around the edge. He has the wall to block, and then he has the speed to go all the way.
It may hold for a long time. Let's see if he stays on the line here. Stays off. Oh, no, maybe not. Let's see.
I think he might have hit the white.
Fielded at the 1-yard line. Yeah, and that does look like he's on it right there.
Yeah, you can't. You got to be able to see a slither of green.
Yeah. Oh, you were watching it with us.
Further review. The returner stepped out of bounds at the 33-yard line. The Iowa State's first ball down. First Iowa State's ball there. First attempt.
Just been able to been upheld as a touchdown. Brahmer picking up right where he left off with a first down catch.
That's a really nice job by offensive coordinator Taylor Mauser. Seeing that they gave them the short tight end all first half. They gave him the short tight end. And you take it, you take it, you take it if you're Rocco Becht. And then the first throw of this next half, you make sure you get it to the guy right behind him on the next level. Those leveled opportunities is what Rocco Becht really likes, and he executes perfectly.
Seven catches, 47 yards. And a couple of touchdowns for him. Hansen on a stretch play. South Dakota's perimeter has been burned today by an exquisite performance by Rocco Becht.
What's coming if you're South Dakota on defense because of the balance?
Hansen. Great individual play in space by R.J. Stewart. 3 wides to the bottom of your screen. Becht, crossing pattern, caught. Burkle, first down. Is it touchdown? Give it to him. Gabe Burkle out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, with his first touchdown catch of the day. Got it going last week for the Cyclones with one. His second of the year.
Let's see if he got in.
Yeah, he did.
So if he gets a body part in the end zone, the ball does not have to go inside the pylon, right? You get the extension of the pylon outside, out of bounds. So if they count that foot in the end zone, then the ball can be outside the pylon and still be counted for a touchdown.
Touchdown indeed. They're going to go for two here to make it a full 4-touchdown cushion. And they're going to go empty with the formation, moving one tight end to the top and three wide receivers to the bottom.
And Tim, I think they're taking a look at that to decide if the body part in bounds, out of bounds. Yep, they decided that that body part being in bounds in the end zone, the extension of the goal line, no matter if the ball's outside the pylon or not, he gets it for a touchdown.
Well, it's game one for the officials and the replay booth. Rocco rolling, and it is caught by Tyler Moore. Get another tight end involved. And looks like we got a flag down. So we got a flag down in the end zone. See if it's offensive interference or defense.
Pass interference. Offense number 9.
Yep.
15-yard penalty. Retry.
Might have been a pick here. A little, as they say, rub or brush if you want to be offensive, but you call it a pick if you're a defensive player, and they tagged him with it. Watch number 9. That's Eskelsen. Brett Eskelsen, that's the guilty party.
Yeah, Eskelsen definitely goes in and puts a little right arm, a little chicken wing, a little right chicken wing on him.
Yeah, Eskelsen is going to be tagged. Eskelsen, who played so well last week. I tell you, the conversations about who's going to replace Jaden Higgins and Noel, those conversations may be coming to an abrupt end this week.
I mean, it's a group effort.
Yeah. They are here today, and they're having a great time, no doubt, watching. Both now a part of the Houston Texans organization. This is the 6th time in his career he's thrown 3 touchdown passes. The last time, by the way, was against Miami in the Pop-Tart Bowl, which was a big W for them. Cannell Bryant stopped at the 20. And let's go down.
Yeah.
I thought at least he'd say thank you. You know, he didn't even say thank you to us. That pass going the other way, a little fake one way and a toss to the other direction. And Holmes' story about this team last year after losing to North Dakota State in the semifinal round of the FCS playoffs. And I'll pass it along to you in just a moment. That pass is thrown a little behind Pierre.
This as well, Tim.
Pierre and Bauman, that's it. That's the only thing they've got returning, but they are going to be another playoff year team in FCS play. Martins can't come up with this one.
Doesn't have it like he was having it in the first half.
Tyler Ebel with another beautiful booming punt. Here's Flora again. You think he wants to atone for stepping out? Do you think he wants to atone for stepping out? Do you think he wants to atone for stepping out? Oh, what is next? My goodness, what a run.
Flora needs a drink. He needs to drink a Gatorade, some electrolytes.
Yeah, get that man some oxygen.
I mean, these are the ones you do feel, by the way. Not on the 1-yard line, but here, that's a normal deal. And he gets on that 200-meter dash like I talked about, over to the right sideline this time. And he starts to stumble there. He goes out of bounds.
Well, we can close the book on Rocco Becht today. And what a performance. 19 of 20, 278, and 3 touchdowns. The big story is that it's not Connor Moberly that's coming in. It's Alex Mansky, freshman. And he's going to carry it here on first down. Down to the 10-yard line. Maybe Moberly is your number 2. Let this young man get a little playing time. Out of Algona, Iowa. He's an all-stater, 4-star recruit, big-time talent, no question. And here they come with Townsend. around the end and in. Touchdown. Now that didn't take long. Xavier Townsend takes it in for 6.
On these jet sweeps, you got to have an edge defender, and the edge defenders are too far. They get kicked out right away, and if you give Townsend that much space, he's going to get in the end zone every single time.
And it is good. So Chase Smith for the extra point. State fans, a capacity crowd, some emptying out now with the game firmly in hand. And on this kick, ball is basically muffed. You've seen a little bit of panic set in. Charles Pierre remains the setback. He's been an effective runner today, no doubt about it. Early in this game, only a turnover would stop this team. They move the ball consistently. That pass is caught. Very beginning of the game, and you know when that happens, I don't care how good you are, it can affect you. And then one mistake begets another mistake, and you're off to a shaky start. Pierre to about the 20, maybe the 21-yard line. The good Alabama, 24-7. The Tide being rolled as we speak. Phillips is in the backfield. And he gets out beyond the 25 to the 27-yard line. Aiden Bauman.
And 4th in completion for 481. 5th in passing touchdown for 42.
Quick toss to Pierre, and there's a marker down. I think we may have a block in the back.
Holding. Offense. Wide receiver to the right side. 10 yards from spot of the foul. First down.
That's so a loss of 6. It's now 1st and 16. After the penalty, Phillips Jr.
52 in red. True freshman.
Lee's Summit, Missouri is his home. Bowden right out of the pocket. Just rifles this one. A little behind his receiver, however. 3rd down, 14. Bauman flush from the pocket, looking for a little help. And someone does come up and help them, and a late flag comes down. Martin's made the catch, not just quarterbacks.
Number 15, the offense. He stepped out of bounds on his own. He was the first to touch the pass. Result, the Falcons lost it down on the previous spot. 4th down.
Accurately called by our analyst, Devin Gardner. They're video heaven. They're forgotten. E-Bull with Townsend back deep. And Xavier will let it go out of bounds. Round of the Texans in the 2025 draft. And as we come back to live play, Dylan Lee is in the backfield. And he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
They're going to try and suit up. They were on the bench in the huddles talking with their guys and celebrating as well. But they got honored during this game for everything they accomplished. Both guys think it's pretty cool to be playing together in the NFL with the Houston Texans. And we remember from last year with Noel, he's one of the strongest guys pound for pound on this team. So it's good to see him getting a shot at the next level, both of them guys.
Tim, I'm just telling you, this is a developmental program, right? Hard-nosed football players. And you can see, most guys go back to games, they have their chains on, they have their coolest outfit. They got on workout gear. Nobody else wanted them maybe, and then they became great football players.
Boy, that was a near remarkable catch. A marker is going to come down. Xavier Townsend.
Ball placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
They're a wide receiver as opposed to both being wideouts. But you get my drift, I know. Lee out of the eye.
It's a really good quarterback coach. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not in the NFL coaching quarterbacks at some point.
Mansky ushers himself out of bounds
to keep his job. I mean, I just love the grit and the ability of Rocco to just continue to back. You got Troy Davis, I got Montgomery.
No, I think it is Montgomery. I'm just saying the only other option is Troy Davis.
And how good is he for Detroit, man?
Oh,
that two-headed monster.
Indeed. Well, Mansky gets ahead for the first down. So here comes the answer. I hope we don't get duped. If we're both wrong, I'm really going to be upset. There you go.
You
only other guy
on the table.
Only other guy could be. Works. The legendary Beano Cook, who along with Lee Corso joined me for the original game day.
Born to be a wheel linebacker, Mr. E. Will is.
Boy, Xavier's been wide open all day, hasn't he? Here he is again. Townsend hit hard as he just makes the line to make at the 31-yard line. ESPN for collaborating today to make sure as many eyeballs as could saw the very end of his career on College Game Day. I thought our Big Noon guys did a wonderful thing by broadcasting that themselves. The first half en route to what is now a 41-7 lead as we open play in the fourth quarter. And Dylan Lee will carry it. Good cutback. It's ahead for about 4 yards on the play. Decided to vacate Jack Trice Stadium. Second down and 6. Still a sunny, beautiful day overhead. That pass is incomplete. Speaking of, that's the team that took one on the chin to a really improved Georgia Tech team at home at Folsom yesterday. Carson Brown. Dylan Lee, the redshirt freshman from Gilbert, Arizona, getting some much-needed playing time. Kind of hard to get out there when you got guys like Abu Sama and Carson Hansen, who on your depth chart would be number 3, is in there as number 2 today. That pass is caught. Yet another tight end. They carry about a dozen of them here. Your fail-safe.
Yeah, they're very important in this offense.
Lee. Give credit to South Dakota from those awkward days of junior high to come be on his staff. Dylan Lee gets it down to about the 3. You coach at the NAIA level. Second and goal. Look at him go. Is he in there? Yeah, he is. Touchdown. Alex Mansky. His first ever touchdown as a Cyclone at Iowa State.
You can see the athletic ability. In high school, he was an all-state performer, but he played baseball, basketball, he golfed, track and field. And you can see right there, he saw that goal line, he saw the end zone, he said, I'm going to stick my right foot in the ground and get downhill. At first, he stopped, right? He gets stopped, and then he says, no, this is not over. I'm getting in the end zone in my first opportunity here at Jack Trice Stadium.
Yeah, DeJuan Lewis made a good hit, but it wasn't going to stop him. Chase Smith with the extra point. You were running down all those different sports he played. That's a beautiful thing. That would make him a 360 guy.
Oh, yeah.
On campus.
All around.
That's a lot of letters on a sweater or a jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you want to wear my jacket when we go to lunch? Done pretty well for himself since going in to the National Football League. 48-7 our score here is this one will be brought out to the 25-yard line. After a little return from a golf cart, let's go down to Josh.
Well, guys, you know, each week we talk about cool stories and traditions on the campuses we go to. And this week in the Sim Spotlight, it's all about the return of the Cyclone helmet cart. Yes, this is something that the program had from the 1980s into the mid-90s. It is refurbished, it is brand new, and it is back on campus. It's pretty cool to see this tradition back, and I gotta say, they know my NASCAR background, but they wouldn't let me drive this thing around. I felt a little disrespected, Tim.
I don't really? Well, maybe it's because we don't have those steep inclines, and they didn't trust you on solid ground. That might be it, don't you think, Devin?
I'm gonna be honest, Tim, I don't know what that means.
Reed Watkins takes the pass. See, when you're at Daytona, if I'm not going to drive, Sims isn't going to drive.
Oh, no. So you don't trust him either?
Behind the wheel?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Second and 12. Bowden's pass is caught at the 30. I trust him to fill in the blanks between plays, but that was beautiful. I love the... From the 31, it's 3rd down and 4. Bowden under some pressure here. That ball is kicked into the air. That ball hit the foot of the defender.
That's the second time
popped high
in 3 days.
That reminded me a little bit of the linebacker in Minnesota the other night. It hit the ball into the air, and then it was, but not as much southward as it is towards the west, which might be helpful to us in finishing this game without any inclement weather. 7, I think the thoughts of any hangover after the trip back from Ireland were taken out of everyone's breath midway through the first quarter of this one. And here goes Dylan Lee to start the fourth. And he sprints out ahead to the 37-yard line before a torrential downpour hits. Lee, right now, he just wants to stack up some stats. He's already done that. Overthrown. It could have been a tie ball game. Instead, it became 21-7 instead of 14-14. Lee gets it up to about the 47-yard line. I love about Mike Woodley at Iowa State when he was under Dan McCarney. Learned a lot from him, too. Dan stayed close to him. Look at these moves from Dylan Lee. Just
man, he sticks that foot in the ground and so aggressively.
Stick that foot in the ground and move, huh? You think about the FCS program, very comfortable in the FCS, just like with all of those teams in the Big Sky. Teams like North Dakota State, Montana State. Easton Miller in the game, number 25 at running back. Full cost of attendance is not an issue. Coming up with some dough to make sure the players that they really like and they can hang on to, that's pretty good. Time, and so many of our Fox colleagues do, with Joe Davis with the Dodgers, Benetti with the Tigers. Kenny Albert's always busy. Look at this from Dylan Lee. All the way inside the 10, twirled down around the 8-yard line.
Tim, I'm just telling you, Dylan Lee, he's a redshirt freshman. He's saying, hey, listen, I can handle it as well. Make this a 3-back rotation. Take out the balance and the ability to stay on his feet and continue to finish. Now, the one coaching point, the mouth guard. Why?
Yeah.
It's dangling.
Right. Stretch play to Lee. Cuts it back. Touchdown.
Who needs a mouth guard?
You saw it flapping in the breeze, did you?
Oh, yeah. Tim, it reminds me of an old call. Denard Robinson, shoelaces flapping in the wind. Dylan Lee, mouth guard, flapping in the wind.
Flapping in the wind. Sounds like an old Bob Ufer call at Michigan, doesn't it?
Really nice job of just progressing gaps and then, again, sticking that foot in the ground, getting downhill, and getting into the end zone.
Speaking of, football is not over on Fox either, but we got Utah-UCLA late night tonight, too. Get to see how Nico's doing with his new address. 50. We can't drive 55-7. Or after what looks so promising has turned into a full-scale rout with Iowa State really getting it done the way they want. And what's gone on in Tallahassee today.
Wow.
They've throttled Alabama.
Coming back with a vengeance.
Yep. Reed Watkins now, the freshman, is in the game. And Reed is spun down. Wranglers. By the way, you had some frog's legs last night.
I did have frog legs like that. They're really good.
Bubba's was good in Des Moines. I enjoyed that.
It was.
By the way, Maud's in Ames is a great stop if you ever have time to see it. There's a tip ball again. And this one is picked off again.
All right, Tim. Say it with me. Tipped and overthrown.
Okay. Give the football back to the Cyclones.
The quarterback's worst nightmare when the ball is tipped and it's a little inaccurate behind. Tips and overthrows in the middle of the defense. They usually end up in interceptions, especially for this Iowa State defense. Now,
the score and the weather, we just play on. Thank you. And some bullish running here from Easton Miller again. Out of Ankeny, Iowa.
Oh, my goodness, Tim.
Prepped at Centennial.
Tim, I don't know if you saw it.
That was...
Tim, we're going to get a replay of this.
That was a hit.
Brace yourself.
Yeah.
Brace yourself. This is called delivering a blow.
A blow.
When you're the running back, take a look at this. 25 in red.
Yep.
Wow. He has a family, okay?
Yeah, feeling the brunt of that was Stewart. And going the other way with it.
7, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Thank you, Henry Johns, our referee.
A little bit.
We didn't need a replay there.
No, please don't.
We just didn't need it.
But I tell you, one person that wanted it, Bauman.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want another interception on my deal. All the talk was about the receiving core in the offseason, and they weren't able to show it last week. And they came in and showed just how good they're capable of being, and they can build on that next week.
And by the way, Cantrell showing some dexterity with his moves there, and a late flag comes in. I think he might have gotten a piece of his face mask.
So the goal, automatic first down.
Yeah. Not much doubt about that one.
And it's not super intentional. He's just reaching out, trying to make a play. Like I talked about, the intensity has not changed one bit. They continue to play hard, but he does get his hand up in the face mask.
There was a time when Brock Purdy was here at quarterback where they played an undefeated West Virginia team in prime time. We were here for that game, and that win meant a lot to them. They just stormed the field after the game. The program now is in a much better position than even then. And Rocco Becht as its leader and Matt Campbell as its consistent culture builder has them really on the precipice of something special. You know, they've been in a couple of Big 12 title games, have yet to win one.
Yeah.
Purdy got them there. Rocco got them there. And, of course, Cam Scatterbo had his way last year in the Big 12 title game. But, you know, the next phase here is a championship phase for them.
Yeah, you talk about the spot they're in, and when we talked to Matt Campbell this week, we talked to him about his relationship with his quarterback, and he said, if it's coach-player with your quarterback, it's probably not going to work out. It's not going to be great, but it needs to be more of a father-son type of relationship and a partnership of you guys working together like the owner and CEO, making sure this thing moves, and they have done an outstanding job, and they did a really nice job tonight as well.
How about them Cyclones? Yeah! Damn right, baby.